Hey everyone, welcome back to another MC Mod Showcase video. Today, we're looking at 6 different dimension mods, which all have amazing content in them. Also, thank you guys so much for 3,000 subscribers. I've never had so many subscribers on YouTube, so I appreciate it so much. Let's shoot for 4,000 next. Anyways, let's get straight into the video. The Betweenlands dimension adds an astonishing world to explore, with really creepy yet amazing mobs. You will come across some of the most beautiful yet creepy structures and terrain that you've ever seen. There are an unbelievable amount of new building blocks, tools, ores, decorations, and mobs. Some of the mobs that you will come across can be pretty friendly and non-hostile towards you, while other mobs, not so much. Some of these mobs can be extremely terrifying to encounter, so it's safe to stay away from these creatures. Mining down in the deep depths of these caves in this dimension is not as easy as the overworld. You will need some type of light source with you, since there is now a new mob called the Infestation. These bugs will swarm your screen and make it super hard for you to see and what you're doing. You can knock them off of your face by spamming left click, but they do a good amount of damage. It's pretty terrifying, so make sure you have the right equipment when you go down in the caves. The details in this mod are also very impressive. For example, looking up in the sky, you will see that you are basically in a giant hole beneath the earth, since there is a giant hole when you look up, and the amount of detail with the environment is just absolutely incredible. If you want a new dimension that gives you endless exploration and new things to fight and explore, then this is the perfect mod for you. The Aether dimension is a classic and well-known dimension in Minecraft. When you enter this dimension, you will be greeted with a beautiful, heaven-like world, where some of the mobs are peaceful with beautiful wings like pigs and cows. Spawning in this dimension is a little scary, since you're on top of a cloud, and will need to build yourself to an island. Once you do that though, you can start your journey. The great thing about this mod is that you have all the necessary items you would need in the overworld to survive. Essentially, you can quite literally live here for an eternity. Going forward, you will eventually find new structures and caves that lead to new boss fights. These boss fights are very unique and offer a variety of ways to fight them. This mod is absolutely fantastic as endgame content after beating the Ender Dragon, and is one of, if not, the most popular dimension mod of all time. Tropicraft is a new dimension that offers a luxury and tropical paradise area where you can relax and spend time having a blast. There are simple things like new villages with new villager trades. There's many new tropical-like creatures and mobs that are everywhere, as well as new plants, trees, food, and so much more. This dimension also has many new tropical biomes like hot beaches and tropical jungles. I think having a new home to build in this dimension would be such a blast to build in, since you can essentially build your escape from the overworld and have a relaxing and awesome place to stay for a while. The Undergarden dimension is very much like the Betweenlands, but it still has its own personality and unique things to it. In order to get into this dimension, you will need to craft a catalyst and make a portal frame with stone bricks. When you enter, you will be greeted with a very dark and gloomy feel to it. Many of the mobs are hostile, so it's best to stay away from them. There's over 8 biomes exclusive to this dimension, which all have a unique feel to them. Of course, there's also new tools, weapons, and armor that you can obtain in this mod, with special and unique blocks and decorations as well. There's even new discs that you can play in your jukebox. If you want a mod that is similar to the Betweenlands, but your PC can't run the mod very well, I would imagine this mod would be a bit more easier to run, since it's like the Betweenlands, but a little bit of a lighter mod. The Goodnight Sleep mod adds 2 new dimensions into the game, with many new blocks, armor, tools, weapons, food, and so much more. To get started, you will need either of these 2 beds, the Good Dream bed or the Nightmare bed. Going straight into the Good Dream, you will be greeted with beautiful scenery, with lush surroundings and friendly mobs. You'll encounter a new creeper variant that doesn't do any type of harm to you, and is rather a cute creeper. You will also find new candy ores that you can craft tools with as well. You'll also find pots of gold, which hold rainbows in the sky that you may find. Going straight into the Nightmare Dream, you will come across a crossover between the overworld and the nether. It's got the same landscape of the overworld, but has the atmosphere and mobs like the nether in this world. You'll also find netherrack scattered all over this world. You can even find giant zombies that can do large amounts of damage, so it's best to stay away from them. There's also some new mobs that you can encounter in this world as well. In total, you can have a very unique experience with this mod, and explore with new tools, weapons, armor, food, and much more. The final dimension we have in this video is the Twilight Forest. This dimension has been around for a long time and brings such a unique atmosphere and amazing scenery into Minecraft. When you spawn into this dimension, you will be greeted by many new creatures and mobs. You will also find absolutely massive structures which hold bosses and awesome loot in this world. There's also many new biomes that you can explore, with each of them being very unique. The main premise of this dimension is to give it a very magical and mysterious feel when exploring it. Many of the bosses you will encounter are pretty tough and can only be found when exploring the structures that hold them. It's a great dimension, and all around just an amazing place to explore with its awesome new loot as well. And that wraps it up for today's video. Again, thank you so much for the support lately. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing. I'll see you guys in the next MC Mod Showcase video.